Hello. Sorry. Had to take a break there. My mom needed me. My sister hasn't came out of her room for like 16 hours. Not joking. Kind of got scared there because she is a cutter. She's fine. These people have literally destroyed our lives, so I'm gonna say this is part 2 of the first video about Candice Lee Hejl and her vendetta against us and our beauty standards, apparently. So, last time I was talking about, gosh, see, I'm so flippin' forgetful. Okay, last time I was talking about how our landlord may be biased because our landlord is my grandfather, but he's that no-nonsense type of person, you know? He himself is really a stickler for, you know, old-fashioned crap. He's had to throw Troy out of the property many of times because Troy either refused to leave and or got too loud or violent. Now, okay, so yeah, so back to the whole cop deal is that the sergeant or whatever said, it's no wonder that this officer hung up on you because you were hysterical in the way you're talking to me. If that's the way you're talking to me, then it's no wonder that he hung up on you. And I was like, we've been harassed by this couple for months on end, and we have contacted you multiple fucking times, and you have done jack shit. So yeah, I'm pretty fed up with your bullshit. So and still nothing has been done. It's been going on for months, and my mom doesn't want me to do anything because she still loves my stepdad. I still love him, but he has to be held accountable for his actions. His actions are not great. His actions are pretty fucking stupid. And you know what? My lipstick already smeared. Let me fix that, because, you know, that's something that happens with people. My fucking gosh. Oh my gosh, I am not photoshopping, I swear to God. Look at this, it's lipstick. Yay, it's not Photoshop. I'm on my phone, so I can't really show you. Maybe I should do makeup tutorials for the bitch so she could learn how to be pretty. And I don't want to insult her because myself, like, look, I'm not pretty. I don't think I'm pretty. But, you know, like, oh, it's like going from like like pixelated to 4K. Regardless, my life is a clusterfuck right now. So my mom wants to die. She's very, very fucking sad. And she's in pain. I I myself, I don't know what I'm like, because I have autism and crap. So I am literally scared of life, how it, like, to live life. I don't know what I want to be. I know that in my heart that I want to help people like myself. Like, but that is hard. And what if I decide, like, I don't want to do that? You know, I am so scared of the future. I am, like, terrified, you know? And, you know, so I do laugh about it and stuff like that. I still don't know what I want to do for this YouTube channel. I thought maybe just doing whatever I feel like, you know, like a video diary. Nobody watches me anyways, so, I mean, like, I have 2 subscribers and that's my siblings. Love you guys. Anywho, it could be a video diary. I could tell some stories. They're kind of funny. So my stepdad, he's a drunk, right? He's like the fucking drunkest fucker I have ever experienced in my fucking entire life. And I am native and Irish and Scottish, a little bit Scottish there. It's in my blood. Like, literally, alcohol is all that's going through my blood right now. I swear to God, I'm not racist. That's just me. That's... Seriously, my boyfriend was really concerned because... So we went to this Japanese place. And, you know, I ordered a sake because I thought it would come in, you know, like, you know, you watch fucking anime. And I thought it was gonna come in those little fucking cups like this big. And I ordered an apple sake and some type of tropical fucking alcohol. And, so he comes back in from a smoke and he's like, looking at me, he's like, do you have a problem? And I'm like, no, I thought it was gonna be small, so I ordered another one. I swear to God, I don't have an alcohol problem, even though that's like my whole fridge is filled with alcohol. It's because I got some alcohol on sale and it was disgusting. It was wine and it was like disgusting. And I like Chardonnay. That stuff dry, but this shit, my God, it was the worst fucking shit I have experienced in my entire fucking life. My fucking God, it was disgusting. And I have like literally there's like with my family there's no room to talk because I went to my grandma's house to, you know, babysit my brother because she has kind of custody of him now. And I go into her fridge because I'm thirsty, and all that's in there is a half gallon of milk, sweet tea, and all the alcohol you could fucking think of. And the milk is for cereal because there's not a lot of milk. And I'm not gonna be drinking that all day. So, I can't drink the alcohol all day either. So, I start drinking the flippin' iced tea, and she's like, you better not be drinking my iced tea. And I'm like, oh my gosh, sorry. So, I go start drinking the alcohol, and she's like, okay, you could have the champagne. And I'm like, cool. There's the shitty champagne, but I didn't care because I was thirsty, and the water in that fucking town sucks balls. It's a small town. Don't know if you guys know about it, but it's Hejl. For some reason, it's getting bigger. Who the actual fuck is moving to Hejl, Minnesota? Tell me, please tell me. What is there? What is there? Because my grandmother has lived there forever. And there's nothing there at all. My grandpa works at a fucking machinery place. He makes conveyor belts for like lathes and stuff, but that's like literally all that's there. Like, why is there new apartment buildings there? My question, why? Who the fuck is moving to Holly, Minnesota? I mean, I guess it's cool if it's like retirement or whatever, cause like I love country, like, and there's nothing out there and no neighbors, but I also love the city. Like, I love window shopping, something I got from my other grandma. She was like, a ritzy type lady, she Nanny Fran from The Nanny. That's what she looked like. She's like all for that glam shit that's too gaudy for me. I like the small things in life, like, but also I like to shop because I got my grandma's jeans. I love to shop, even if it's window shopping. My mom's just like, let's just get out of here, and I'm just like, but I need to feel everything at the store, which is bad. That's why I got COVID. I got COVID a while ago because I have to sniff every goddamn thing at the store. My mom with all of her problems was like, you're staying downstairs and you're not leaving that place. And I'm like, okay, because I didn't want to kill her either. I'm like terrified of shots too, and my mom's like, I'm not giving the COVID shot, it's too, sorry, gotta fucking, ugh. Anyways, my eye got glued shut from the flippin' makeup that I had on it. My glasses are crooked too. I lost them and they were on my mother's floor and somebody stepped on them. And we are poor, as I said. I said we grew up poor, but we're still fucking poor. I'm on fucking Health Partners. So these glasses, I have to have them for 2 years before I get new ones. And they're already crooked. It's because I went 20 flippin' 3 years without glasses. And a couple years ago, I think I was around 16, I was like, Mom, I can't see the TV. What does it say? And she's like, okay, we gotta get you in a doctor appointment. And it took years because my mom is also very forgetful. Apparently it's inherited. Also, same with PTSD, that's inherited, so thank you, Mother. I know, actually, it's not her fault, it's the person that fucking touched her as a child's fault. Oh yeah, and I think I mentioned that in a video before, but yeah, they made fun of that, Candy and Troy. They made fun of the fact that they called her a whore for sleeping with somebody when she was a child. She was raped as a child. My grandma left her because my grandma married a trucker, and she, like, okay, so my biological grandfather was very, very abusive. Like, he would beat the crap out of his family. So my grandma, even though he never touched my mom like that, he only touched the older kids because he loved my mom and my mom loved him. Like, she's like, I don't understand why I loved him because I knew what he did to my other family, but I still loved him. And it's the same thing with me and Troy, because I'm really disappointed in him, but there's still that little bit of love there because that's your parent. That is your parent, and you love your parent. You love them. It doesn't matter what they do. You love them. In fact, when they say these things to you, you start hating yourself. You start hating yourself. I hate myself. I criticize every little thing I do because every time I'll be washing the dishes or doing something, Troy's like, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. Or he'll criticize every little thing I do. And then I think there's something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with me now that I know, because I myself am looking into mental illnesses because I'm very serious about what I'm trying to do. Is I want to help people, and that the way he treats people is not healthy. Like, my boyfriend would never do that to me. He pushes me, but he doesn't criticize. He says, hey, your sleep schedule is just horrible. you need to get on a schedule. And I'm like, it's hard. And he's like, I know, but it's gonna make you healthier in the long run. And don't think I'm mad at you. You know, this is coming from a place of concern. He pushes me, but it's not criticizing. Criticizing is, you're doing that wrong and I'm not gonna explain why. Or I'm not gonna tell you why this is wrong. It's just wrong in my eyes. And the gaslighting and the projecting. He's a flippin' narcissist to the flippin' fullest. He cheated on my mom so many times throughout all their relationships. That's why she's broken up with him so many times. He's cheated on her so many times, but he projects that onto her. He says, you are the one that cheated. You are the one that cheated. Every time she's been with a different man, it's when they've been broken up. And he cannot have that, because Lord help anybody who does anything against Troy Scott Peterson. Now, I'm just, if it wasn't for my boyfriend, I would be done with the male rape. And I know there's a lot of you men out there that are just nice people. And I'm an equalist, okay? That's what I am. I believe there is some strengths with women, there is some strength with men. I believe that we could both do, there could be a man that wants to grow flowers. Who the fuck cares? Mind your own business. Let him grow his goddamn fucking flowers, okay? There could be a woman that wants to chop off all of her fucking hair because she doesn't like it. Let her do that. If she wants a masculine haircut, if she wants to wear boy clothes, let her fucking do that. That guy wants to be a girl, and he feels like a girl, then he's a girl, and you need to shut the fuck up. Let her be. Okay? That's just how it is. You do not have the right to judge. And if it is truly wrong, God will judge them when they go to wherever they go. And yeah, I'm a Christian. I am. But I'm not that type of Christian. In fact, they disgust me. They're a fucking blight on our society. I think you know what I'm talking about. Those like, gays are bad and blah 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 blah, you know, and then they're like, be Christ-like, and then they just spit on the homeless person that's there. That homeless person has a story, bitch, okay? It's how it is. It is how it is, bitch. People be homeless. You can't help it. My mom, a single mom, 4 fucking autistic children. She had nobody to rely on except for her mother and my grandfather, her stepfather. And they were very high and mighty. Like, they acted like their shit didn't stink. I love my grandparents, all of them. And rest my grandmother's soul, rest in peace. You know, she has a lot of the same things my mom has, and you know, that's what's scary. Is I was tested for all that because they're like, it runs in your family. I don't have any of that as of yet, but my mom didn't either until she got pregnant, and I really want a child, and I'm like, oh no, what happens? You know, well, you know, so but you know, it's just, everybody has their own struggles, everybody has their own reasons. Don't act like you're better than anybody else. And that is what Troy and Candy do. They act like they're better than anyone else when they're trailer park trash. I'm trailer park trash too. Well, I mean, not really. I mean, kind of. I'm like a weird I'm like weird, okay? Because like I'm a minority, but at the same time, like, I don't let that affect me. Like, I will give up my last fucking t-shirt to a person on the street if they need that, if they're cold, you know? Because that person is cold. I might not have enough on my table, but when my sister first moved to this town or whatever, I gave her food because, you know, she wanted to make a meal. She came here because she wanted to to be closer to fight for her to get her son back, because her ex won't let her see the son, or her son, because he's a dick, and his whole family is too, and she did the right thing in my case. And no, it's not because I was biased, because she was young. She got pregnant. She's younger than me. She got pregnant at a young age, and she wasn't ready to be a mother, so she signed full rights of custody to him. But because she got in a relationship with somebody else and is really settling down with him, and they're having a child themselves, he's like, you're not seeing the child now, and that's not cool. That's not cool, man. I keep on telling her to go to court, and she got lawyers and stuff, and I think she's mad at me for something. I don't know. She hasn't talked to me. Maybe she's just busy. Who knows? I'm just really insecure. So, I automatically think people hate me when they don't talk to me for a while. Like, when my boyfriend works, because he has like 3 jobs, and I'm like, what if he forgot about me? I don't think he has. Regardless, my life is better in some ways, but it is continuing to get bad, and it's just, it's sad for me. I'm 23, but I still want, like, I just picture the barbecues we used to have, the 4th of July's, all that stuff that we used to do as a family, and he was my dad. I love my dad. And he literally, in the text or whatever, because when he texts me, he's drunk, and he texts me just stupid crap. Like, okay, so his punctuation is just horrible, okay? And he told me that I just can't, it's because I can't comprehend what people say. That's one thing I'm majoring in, or I don't know what they call it in adult basic education, but that's one thing that they say I'm really good at, is literature and reading and all that. That's because I enjoy that. That's my pastime. I could read a book for breakfast. Seriously. Any minute I get for pastime, I'm reading. I love reading. I love poetry. I love it. And I love fantasy. I still love Disney movies. I love just happy endings, because, life is shitty, so I might as well watch something that's not shitty, okay? Sue me if you don't like children's movies, but they are the best, because they have the best endings, and, life isn't perfect, so, might as well watch something that you could just pretend, perfect. But doesn't mean I'm naive. I know life is shitty. So, yeah, no, I know, because I live a shitty life. So, anyway. I don't know. I don't even know how to end this. It's just, it's getting good in some ways. I found someone that I really, really care for. I big feelings him. Because I don't know if I could say love yet, because I think I do love him, but I've seen what love has done to people. And so I will just say, I big feelings you. And he's like, aw, and I'm like, yeah, aw, and I'm like, just really, really fucking awkward. But, and then I see my mom cry because her life is falling apart, and it's just, no person should see their mother cry like that. You guys don't understand. It is just horrible, and I don't know what to do, because, like, I'm trying to find, like, an under-the-table job, because if I don't, we're really low on money, because, dipshit ain't paying his child support that much, or not paying the full amount, and so we're really, really broke now. And I'm trying to find under the table work because I myself am on SSI. And if I get a job, that will go away, or it'll slowly go away. What happens if I realize I cannot hold down a job? Because I have all these mental illnesses. I have severe social anxiety. I have separation anxiety. I have generalized anxiety. I have bipolar. I have clinical depression. Some days I have no motivation to do anything at all. And I'm just sitting here going like, what happened? Because SSI is hard to get. But my boyfriend is right. SSI is a trap because they get you, they get you in there, and then like it's hard to leave because you have these what ifs. And he is right about that. Like, what if? And I can't get back on there then. I don't know, who knows, and so I've been trying to find like some type of flippin', like, I don't know, some type of fucking work under the table so I could get some cash, but not enough for where they're like, hey, you got some money. Because that happened once. That bitch got me cut off my fucking social security. She said I was making $1,000. Where? Look at my bedroom. Seriously? Like, up there? I live in a rundown house. It's in a nice neighborhood, but it's like from the 70s and nothing has been changed. Our bathroom I'm using my cell phone to record or my shitty ass fucking computer to record. I do not have anything. Yes, my boyfriend has money, but I am not that petty of a person. That is not why I dated him. That is not why I dated him. He read my profile. That's what happened. A lot of people don't read people's profiles anymore. I know that because I've been on plenty dating sites, and they're just like, you want to fuck? And I'm like, no, not really. Do you want to pay child support? Sorry. But anyways, yeah, no, yeah, I don't even have a closet. I live in the living space downstairs, or upstairs in my parents' bedrooms, my mom's bedroom. I don't have like an actual bedroom. I just sleep wherever because it's a 3-bedroom house. And there is 5 of us. I mean, I've been trying to paint. My flippin' bed or whatever. What do you call that thing? Don't know what it's called. I forgot. Headboard, right? That I got at a thrift store. I was like, oh, it's pretty. And one of the bars went missing because one time when my flippin' stepdad was over, Troy the trash man, he got mad because my room wasn't clean. I mean, I don't have nothing to store things in. As you can see, like, I have clothes piled up over there because I have no closet. And most of my clothes are like second-hand clothes that my little sister gave me because I used to be really, really like tiny. I still am. But most of them don't fit me anymore because I gained weight because of, I haven't been as active as I usually have been because depression acted up again. I get really skinny and then I get really chubby. I'm not chubby like I used to be. I was a fat child. But, I have a problem where I do not like to throw away clothes because I feel like I wanna pass it on to my child one day. Like, I wore these clothes, because that's how my family is. They've always been like that. So I just have all of these like children's clothes in my room because our storage room is like filled with like a lot of my grandparents' stuff, like, that we don't want to get rid of, like my grandma's stuff and stuff like that. This is my grandma's house, and my grandpa he doesn't own it anymore because he took a loan out on it because Corona and shit like that, and his restaurant isn't doing too well. And another bad thing, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot to say this, I forgot what it was called, like his intestines, what the fuck is it called? And he won't stop because, like, his restaurant, he's supposed to have surgery because his insides could explode. Not joking. And he won't, like, he's like, well, you know, because his restaurant is Sabir's Dining and Lounge. If you're at Valley City, check it out. It's good. Fine dining. Perfect shit. It's good stuff. Not joking. My grandpa's a great fucking cook. Anyway, so it's a small town. So it's on Winter Show Drive, and they always have that winter show where they have all that, you know, that in the winter show building they have all that, like I don't remember, I was a kid when I last seen it. They have all that stuff, and it's like almost like a carnival type thing or whatever. And he gets a lot of business, and his doctor's like, go in, you need to have a surgery. And he's like, not until this 2 weeks. And I'm like, Grandpa, let me come down and help. I know I'm not no cook, but I could be server. I know I'm socially awkward, but I could get people's food and write it down. I could do that. He's like, maybe. And I'm like, please. I can't let, you know, anybody in my family be hurt like that. But yeah, no. If anybody watches this, please stop by, because he's a small business. He only has 2 places. One's in Jamestown, and it is just doing horribly because he made a partnership with this person that he shouldn't have. It's a contract, and he can't get out of it, and it's just in a horrible location, and it is killing his finances. See, like, he was okay with money. He was like, you know, he always helped us out and stuff. He even had his own lake house, a speedboat, you know, you name it. You know, he wasn't rich, but he wasn't poor, you know. But, you know, so he always helped us out when he could, but it's just Corona and all this bad financing crap that happened. This poor guy. I feel so bad for him. And yeah, so yeah, no, stop by and check it out. It's really good place to eat. No, seriously, because I mean, I'm not bragging because he's my family. I mean, it is fine dining. It's pretty. They have a porch in the back that you could sit down and eat. Well, during the summertime, so during the winter it's cold, and you can look over the rolling hills of Valley City. It is pretty as fuck, because that is his backyard, because, you know, his house is right next to the restaurant, and he built that house for me. Like, now his wife lives in it, and I love my grandpa. I don't like his wife, but yeah, so like, she's living in the house that was built for me, because my grandpa had custody of me for a while while my mom was getting her life under control. Because again, you know, my stepdad was like, you act like your mom's a saint, and I'm like, I never said my mom's a saint. She's a good mother for having all the mental illnesses that she had. She's a good mother. She is no saint. Nobody's no saint, okay? I'm not a saint. You're not a saint. Don't say that you're a saint. You're human, and you are loved. I'm a human, and I am loved. God loves us not because we're saint-like, but because we are human and we are His creation. There's no such thing as saints, okay? We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all hurt. We all have pain, we are all happy, we all laugh. We're human. And that is what connects us. Nobody is better than the other person. Nobody is. Except for that person that hurts animals and children. Those people are bad people. Even then, they've been hurt themselves. Now, there is a cycle of hate. There is a cycle of hate that needs to be addressed as well. Like racist people, this needs to be addressed. Cause what is it? It's 2021, and there still has to be a movement for there's still Black lives are still being fucking harassed and hurt. They bleed the same color as me and you. We are all fucking human. People ask us gay folk, why the fuck do we need a parade? Be lucky you don't need one, okay? Anybody that has anything to say about race or anything that justifies their fucking hate for that, for anything, to me, you need to fix yourself. Because yes, you are human and you deserve a second chance, but so does that other person that you're condemning for their color or their creed. And you know what? There's not the color. Who cares? Who cares about that? You know what separates us? Culture and creeds. And you know what? That's beautiful. Learn different cultures. My grandfather is a Kurd. He comes from Kurdistan. He's not my biological grandfather, but he took care of me. He took care of me, my mother, and we're Christians. He celebrates Christmas with us. He's a loving grandfather. He's a little bit stuck up, but he is loving. He raised me when none of my fathers did. He is a wonderful man, and he is what people like. Again, I hate to say it because I'm gonna get probably a lot of hate from some people, but like Trump supporters and stuff, them saying that Muslims should go back home. This is my grandfather's home. He built his way up from the ground up and built his own restaurant. That is his home. Valley City, this house, this is his home. We are his family. I might be a different color than him, and I might have a different religion than him, but he is my grandfather, and I love him, and he loves me. And it is beautiful. Okay? I love learning about different cultures. I love looking at the pictures of Kurdistan and all that stuff. I love it. I have Kurdish pendants. I have Kurdish dresses that my lovely great aunt made for me. I've never met her before, but she's made me nightgowns and she's made me beautiful Kurdish dresses, and they are just beautiful. I mean, they are. I don't know if you've seen them before, but they're just lovely. And I literally am intrigued by every different culture and creed. Because why, just because I'm Christian doesn't mean that that person that's Muslim, we all believe in God. Or some type of force. Even if you're spiritual or, you're native or you're a Wiccan or something like that. Even if you don't believe in God, you believe in the earth or Mother Nature or something like that. And to me, that's the same thing, and that is beautiful. You are valid for whoever and whatever creed you come from. There is no difference besides culture, and that should be celebrated. That should be celebrated and not hated. It doesn't matter, In fact, I'm quite ashamed of my Christian brothers and sisters for disregarding other religions just because they're other religions. Sometimes when they're like, what religion are you? And I get ashamed for saying Christian. I do, because it is ridiculous. But there is some of you out there that understand and are Christ-like and do believe in our great Lord's teachings of accepting thy brother and sister. And it doesn't matter what color, what creed, what culture. All of you are beautiful. All of you. And that went into whole tribe. But it needs to be said, because in this day and age, it really bothers me that that there is still injustice. You know, it's just, I feel so bad. And if I could do more supporting, I am poor as crap. But I stand with the Black Lives Matter. I am part of that, you know, where you sign petitions and stuff like that. I have been a part of it since the very flippin' beginning. Because I was raised by my mom, who was raised in the South, to be honest. It's funny. But she also says, yeah, Confederate statues, those men, not heroes. They weren't. They were assholes, okay? Most of our founding fathers were assholes, okay? Yes, they founded this place, but is it great? Is it as free as we think it is? We have some freedoms that other countries don't, but other countries don't hear gunshots and just be like, oh, that's a typical Tuesday. Somebody got shot. Most likely probably a black person. And that fucking hurts my heart. See, I'm white. I pass as white. I have Ojibwa heritage. I am not affiliated with a tribe because my grandmother is more open about it, but her family before her and her brothers and sisters, they tried to hide it because, you know, you know exactly why. Still to this day, natives are treated just poorly. But again, too, I'm not saying that we're like, you know, because again, native tribes killed each other too, and same with the Irish. They committed genocide, but I mean, like, that happened in the past. You know, all that stuff happened in the past, but what is happening still to this day, and that is, like, a lot of people are saying, well, you know, the black people were slaves in the past. They are still getting treated in just horribly to this day. Just horribly to this day. I bet you if I went to a job interview and another woman, and she happened to be a person of color, like, you know, a black person, I would get that job before she would. And it's because of my skin color, that they see a white woman with blue eyes and blonde hair or red or whatever, and it doesn't matter if I'm fucking retarded and I don't know anything about that job. I'm probably going to get the job. And no, I'm not bragging. I'm saying that's wrong. I shouldn't get the job. If I am not qualified for that job and that other person is, then that person should get the job, not me. Look at people for who they are as a person, not what they look like and not what creed they are. And embrace your cultures. Your cultures are beautiful. It bothers me that people's cultures are like, embrace them. Because you know what? Anybody that's watching this, if you're from a different culture, or different whatever, you are a beautiful person. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let any of other white people tell you otherwise. And even if you're white and you're from a different culture, don't let anybody tell you what you believe in, and what you believe is wrong, because faith is a strong thing. It gives you hope. It gives you meaning to life. Even if there's nothing out there, like, I have no problem with atheists as well. Like, you know, cool for them. You know, they're more scientific, and, you know, that they believe in stuff like that, and that's cool. I could talk to them and, you know, get philosophical with them, and I won't argue with them like, oh, there's a God. You know what I mean? Not like that. No, we could talk about it. It's fine. You could seriously just say, hey, well, this is why I don't believe there's a God, and I'll be like, okay, that's cool. You know, that you make a good point there, but the reason why I believe in it is because I want to believe that I will see my family after I die. Because sometimes the Bible, most of you Christians don't even read the Bible, I suppose, because the Bible is like the worst horror fucking movie or book ever. I mean, it scares the bejesus out of me. Seriously, it does sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, why, Jesus? I dare you all to read the book of Revelations. All of you Christians that think that God is so great. Because, well, I guess you guys could say, well, it's not the people that believe, it's the people that don't believe in God. I'm like, there's still people, there's still his creations, there's still his children. Would you do that to your child? Those 6 months of torture, but like to the point where you want to die, but you can't, like plagues and giant scorpion things that can penetrate you in multiple different places. And I don't take that sexually. I mean, like, stab you over and over, but you won't die because he wants you alive to feel that torture. Isn't God great? Anyways, no, I am a Christian, regardless of what I say. But, you know, I also am, like, I could talk about it. I'm just like, well then. What is this? But, yeah. I don't think most people actually read their, like, I read the Torah, I read the Bible. I've read multiple different books. I like to read, and I like to be informed, and the Bible is like, some bits of it is like, oh, that's so pretty, and then you're like, and then the next page, and then they smashed babies' heads against the fucking boulders because they weren't Christian, and you're like, okay then. Or, you know, how you could kidnap a woman and make her your wife because you gotta convert her to Christianity, and the only way to do that is to kidnap her and make her your wife. Read it, literally. Also, all you people that say being gay, that's a no-no in the Bible, I hate to break it to you guys, but nowhere does it say anything about lesbians. And 2, it says, and I quote, no man should lay with another man the same way he lays with a woman, or something along those lines. And back then, women were treated inferior. If the Bible is basically riddles, if you don't understand that, I think that refers to, if you're getting philosophical about it, I think that refers to that they shouldn't, or was it not lie, treated or lie? I don't remember exactly. But I think it's basically like, hey, you know, we could fuck, but you're not gonna treat me like a girl because girls are bad. They're creatures of Satan. And forget about are you wearing 2 different fabrics today? You going to hell. Did you eat shellfish? or ham? Or did you wear mismatching socks? Because you're going to hell then. Honestly, hell seems like a colorful place with all their mismatching socks and fabrics. See, but here's the thing. That's not real, because the Bible was written by men that wanted to scare people into submission because they didn't have laws back then. So they're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna write a book and say it's from God, and it's going to be a rule book. That's what happened. So that's about fucking 50 minutes plus the other half. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Bye. Let you know if anything worse happens, because it always does. See you guys later.